Buongiorno. Can you say buongiorno? That's how you say good day in Italian. Welcome to Patrika's Little Star Cafe. Facts that are fast, fun, and keep you happy. Today is Friday, October 18th, 2019, and here are today's matters for chatter. Number 1. A few U.S. officials were on their way to somewhere in Russia, but instead ended up near a top-secret Russian rocket test site. Coincidentally, that site near the Arctic called Severodvinsk had an accident which led to a radioactive leak. Russians are wondering whether these U.S. officials really did lose their way, or were they up to some research or mischief. Russians even joked that they would gift a map to the US to make sure that no one gets lost in Russia the same way. The Russians are known to be secretive about their defense, so many countries quietly like to look into what they are up to. Sometimes it's called espionage. Number 2, the Netherlands has come up with a lab which can act as a mother's womb. This artificial womb can help the baby's health if it is born too early before 9 months or if born weak or unhealthy. And the lab will be functional in 10 years. While it's a great breakthrough, many question whether it's okay for something like this to exist. Will people use it to grow babies in the long run? Like plants, maybe, they are thinking, but babies need a lot more nutrients and warmth. Not temperature, but love. Can machines do that? Number 3, there are less than 20 works of the famous Leonardo da Vinci still around, and that's why every time an art piece is found, moved, or lost, it's a big deal. Although famous for the Mona Lisa, his other artwork, rather ink drawing, that is very famous, is the Vitruvian Man. The artwork of a man and relevant geometric shapes was inspired by Roman architect Vitruvius. Now, to mark the 500th death anniversary of Da Vinci, the drawing will be sent to the Louvre Museum in Paris for an exhibition. While the courts have approved the temporary transport of the delicate work from the Accademia in Venice, many in Italy are fighting to keep it within the country. And now for today's Mega Matter. Just like the 97-year-old winner of the Nobel Prize who invented the lithium-ion battery said, "We are not morally neutral to the invention," meaning the invention is done. How mankind decides to use it is up to them. This also applies to Einstein's invention of atomic energy. He probably had no idea it will lead to the use of an atomic bomb that will harm so many people. Similarly, the inventor of plastic bags, Sten Gustav Tulin, had no idea that his invention, that was to save the world, would be a symbol of plastic pollution. In fact, he thought that if these bags are recycled, they would cause less pollution and endure more than cotton or paper bags that can't even be washed or reused. This is an interesting revelation at a time when we are so conscious of our plastic usage. And given how much royalty is paid to inventors who make a penny on every time we use an item or listen to a song, the inventor of the plastic bag is such a huge thing, but is not earning any penny for his contribution. Today's word of the day is espionage. That's spying, something like what we do when we play cops and robbers. And finally, for today's quote of the day, "All that we are is a result of what we have thought." That's a quote by Buddha. Thank you for listening, and do send us your questions and comments via WhatsApp, or you can email us at diptyauntie@gmail.com. Take care, lots of love, Dipti Auntie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are?